The drama surrounding Jaguar Wright and her alleged half-sister, Chrisean Rock, has once again ignited social media, with tensions spilling over into public feuds and deeply personal accusations. Jaguar, known for her unfiltered commentary and penchant for stirring the pot, has recently turned her attention to Chrisean, accusing her of being an unfit mother and linking her son's developmental challenges to her behavior during pregnancy. This latest chapter in their saga has sparked heated debates online, with fans and critics weighing in on family ties, jealousy, and the ethics of airing private matters in public. To fully understand the complexity of this situation, we need to dive into the tangled web of their relationship, the public's reactions, and the broader context of their lives. The saga begins with a bombshell revelation during a live interview Jaguar gave on Zbanga Entertainment alongside her older sister, Mick China. During the conversation, Mick casually mentioned that Chrisean was their half-sister, a claim that sent shockwaves through the audience. Jaguar, however, was quick to shut it down. She made it clear that she only acknowledges siblings born to both her biological mother and father, effectively dismissing Chrisean as a sister. "I consider myself an only child," Jaguar stated firmly. "I have lots of siblings, but the truth is I am the only child between my mother and my father. And all of my siblings hated me for that." Her words were sharp, cutting through any notion of familial unity and revealing a deep-seated resentment that seems to permeate her relationships with her siblings. Jaguar's rejection of Chrisean as a sister sparked immediate backlash online. Many fans called her out for what they perceived as a cold and unnecessary dismissal of family. One commenter labeled her statement as corny, arguing that "we don't do the half shenanigans. A sister is a sister and a brother is a brother." Another pointed out that, biologically speaking, Chrisean would be considered a full sister if they share the same mother, regardless of whether they were raised together. The significant age gap, Jaguar is reportedly 20 years older than Chrisean, was cited as a reason for their estrangement, with some arguing it was unfair to expect them to have a close bond given their different life stages. Still, the public's reaction was divided, with some defending Jaguar's right to define her family on her terms and others accusing her of being unnecessarily harsh. The age difference between Jaguar and Chrisean has undoubtedly shaped their dynamic. Chrisean, a rising star in the entertainment world, has been blessed with looks, charisma, and media attention that propelled her to fame early in her career. Her success, coupled with her highly publicized personal life, has made her a constant topic of discussion. Jaguar, on the other hand, has not enjoyed the same level of fame or fortune. While she's carved out a niche as a vocalist and outspoken commentator, her career hasn't reached the heights of Chrisean's. This disparity has led some to speculate that Jaguar harbors resentment toward her younger sister, a theory that's only fueled by her recent comments about Chrisean's parenting. At the heart of the latest controversy is Jaguar's accusation that Chrisean's son, Jr., is disabled due to her reckless behavior during pregnancy, specifically her alleged alcoholism. These claims have stirred up a firestorm, with Jaguar painting Chrisean as a neglectful and unfit mother. According to Jaguar, she saw this outcome coming from the start, citing Chrisean's drinking and attention-seeking behavior as evidence of her unfitness as a parent. The internet has been quick to weigh in, with some users analyzing Junior's symptoms, such as poor hand-eye coordination and unusual cries, and speculating about conditions like cerebral palsy. These armchair diagnoses, while lacking medical credibility, have only amplified the scrutiny on Chrisean's parenting. Chrisean, for her part, has been noticeably quieter about her son in recent months. She's kept Junior out of the public eye, possibly in response to the criticism and speculation surrounding his health. Sources suggest she's focusing on getting him the support he needs to thrive, a move that some see as a step toward maturity and away from the chaotic relationships that have defined much of her public persona. Her decision to distance herself from toxic dynamics, including her tumultuous relationship with rapper Blueface, has been noted by fans as a positive change. Still, the shadow of Jaguar's accusations looms large, casting doubt on Chrisean's ability to navigate motherhood under such intense scrutiny. The tension between Jaguar and Chrisean isn't an isolated incident, but part of a broader pattern of familial discord. Mick China, who initially embraced Chrisean as her ride-or-die sister, quickly turned on her when their relationship soured. In a heated rant, Mick accused Chrisean of chasing clout and aligning herself with people who disrespected her and her son. "You dick riding a expletive that beat your ass," Mick said, referring to Chrisean's relationship with Blueface. "You sitting there making Blueface your god. You dumb as expletive." Her words were laced with frustration and disdain, painting Chrisean as someone who's lost her way in pursuit of fame. Mick's outburst, however, was met with criticism from those who saw her as a clout chaser herself, eager to ride Chrisean's coattails into the spotlight. Public reaction to Mick's comments was swift and brutal. Many accused her of being disingenuous, pointing out that she'd previously fawned over Chrisean's success only to turn on her when things didn't go her way. "Isn't this the same lady that was crying when Chrisean noticed her?" one commenter asked. "She fanned out. Act more like a fan than a sister." Others called Mick out for her age, nearing 50, and questioned why she was airing family grievances online instead of addressing them privately. The consensus among some fans was that Mick, like Jaguar, was envious of Chrisean's success and using her platform to tear her down. The theme of jealousy runs deep in this family drama. Commenters have suggested that both Jaguar and Mick resent Chrisean's beauty, wealth, and fame, feelings that may stem from their own struggles to achieve similar recognition. "These sisters are so jealous of Rock, it's sad," one person wrote. "I pray she gets far away from them. All of them are very envious." Another added, "People feel like if you make it in the family, you got to look out for everyone till it's no more left. No, go get your own." The sentiment reflects a broader cultural debate about familial obligations, particularly when one member achieves success while others are left behind. Chrisean's strained relationships aren't limited to Jaguar and Mick. Her older sister, Teseki Malone, born to the same parents, has also been a source of conflict. In one of Chrisean's Instagram Live rants, she opened up about her troubled childhood, revealing that Teseki had engaged in inappropriate behavior with her when they were kids. Chrisean described how Teseki wanted to play house with her, a euphemism for actions that left a lasting impact on her. The revelation shocked viewers, with many calling Teseki out for her alleged actions. Teseki, in response, attempted to address the issue in a sit-down with Chrisean, but the conversation quickly devolved. While Teseki wanted to clear her name, Chrisean was reluctant to revisit the past, insisting they move forward instead. The public's reaction to this exchange was mixed. Some expressed sympathy for Teseki, suggesting that her behavior as a child might have been the result of her own trauma. If Teseki was doing that, then that means it happened to her when she was a child, one commenter noted. It's a devastating cycle. Others were less forgiving, arguing that Teseki's actions were inexcusable regardless of her own experiences. The debate highlighted the complexities of trauma in large, blended families like Chrisean's, where parental guidance was often lacking. Chrisean herself alluded to an abusive stepfather who physically disciplined her mother and sisters, adding another layer of dysfunction to the family dynamic. Despite the chaos, Chrisean has shown signs of growth. Her decision to step back from toxic relationships and focus on her son suggests a desire to break free from the cycles of drama and dysfunction that have defined her life. However, Jaguar's relentless criticism continues to cast a shadow over her efforts. By accusing Chrisean of causing her son's challenges through her alleged alcoholism, Jaguar has crossed a line that many see as unforgivable. The public airing of such a sensitive issue, especially without concrete evidence, has led some to accuse Jaguar of clout chasing, particularly in the wake of the Diddy case, which had previously kept her in the headlines. Jaguar's history of inserting herself into high-profile controversies has earned her a reputation as a provocateur, but her comments about Chrisean's son have struck a nerve. Critics argue that she's exploiting a vulnerable situation for attention, especially given her repeated disavowal of Chrisean as a sister. Jaguar has nothing of interest to talk about anymore, so she's trying to clout chase with Chrisean's name, one commenter wrote. Others have questioned why she feels entitled to comment on Chrisean's parenting when she's made it clear she wants no part of her life. The broader context of this feud raises questions about family, loyalty, and the pressures of fame. Chrisean's rise to stardom has placed her under a microscope, with every decision scrutinized by fans, family, and foes alike. Her sisters, particularly Jaguar and Mick, seem to grapple with their own places in her shadow, their criticisms tinged with a mix of personal grievances and public posturing. For Chrisean, navigating these relationships while trying to protect her son and rebuild her life is no small feat. The public, meanwhile, remains divided. Some see her as a victim of a toxic family, while others believe she's brought much of the criticism on herself. As the drama continues to unfold, one thing is clear. The rift between Chrisean and her sisters runs deep, rooted in years of unresolved trauma and differing paths in life. Whether Jaguar's accusations hold any truth or are merely a bid for attention, they've reignited a conversation about the cost of fame and the complexities of family ties. For now, Chrisean seems focused on shielding her son from the spotlight and moving forward, but with figures like Jaguar and Mick in the mix, peace may be hard to come by. The internet, as always, will be watching, ready to dissect every move in this ongoing saga.